Hello everyone. So in this video we will be going to see the Fibonacci series, that how this series works and what's the logic. So we will be going to see this code, that how this code is working, and then we will see one table, and as per the table we will be going to evaluate this code. So here you can see that total we are having 4 variables. The one is A, second one is B, and third one is C. And here we are having the initial value of A is 0 and the B is 1. And C and I, these two variables, we didn't give any value to them. Well, as we know that why A is 0 and why B is 1, because we know that this series start with 0. So first it start with 0, we have the 0 there, and then it comes 1, and likewise the addition of two numbers like 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3, and likewise. Now in the starting only we have these two variables, which is A and B, and we have printed out their values. So system.out.println A, and then we have concatenate some space, so the output will be going to appear like this: 0, and then there will be some space, and then there will be the 1, and here we have 0 and 1. Right now in the for loop, as you can see that we are starting from 3 and we are going till 13. What is that? Well, I want a series that will be going to print till 13. I mean, not till 13. This will not print till 13, but it will be going to go from 3 and it will end up at 13. So like this loop will start from 3 as a variable base, and then it will go to 4 and then 5. Likewise, totally it will be go to 13. 13 times it will run. You can go and change this number. For example, let's say you change this to, instead of 13, you change it to 23. Or maybe 53, whatever number you will be going to change here, this loop will run that number of times. Right? Acha, why we are starting with 3? Because already we have two values in the starting only, the A and B. We are having these two values in the starting only, so ignoring both of them, the first and second interval we are ignoring it, and we are starting from 3. So total 13 times this logic will be going to run, and you will be going to have the values for that. Now what is this logic? Well, one thing to observe here is that in this logic, entire logic, if I am drawing like this, so one thing that we can observe here is that we are not using this I variable anywhere. Okay, so this I variable is, we can see that it is out in the loop, but we are not having anywhere in the logic. Okay, so then why we are using I? And one thing I missed out, before the I have to write int. Sorry, I already given this int I in the above only, so I didn't have to write it. It's fine. Okay, so I is equals to 3 and I is lesser than 13, and so it will be run from 3 to 12 and I plus plus. So this loop will be going to run like start from the 3 till 12. Right, so it's like how many times it will run, you can comment out. Now in the starting only we have given the equation C is equals to A plus B. So what is A? It's 0. What is B? It's a 1. So with 0 plus 1, the C will be got the value as 1. And here system.out.println some space and then C. And we know that from this equation that is A is 0 and B is 1. So 0 plus 1 is 1. So C will be going to have 1. Right? Now what will be going to print it? This one will be going to print it. Alright. Now we have seen just below we have did some changes. Like we have changed the value of A to B and B to C. We are saying in this equation that value of A is equivalent to B, which means that whatever B is having, in this condition the B is having 1. Now the value of A will become 1. Right? And whatever the value of C is, that is nothing but the B. So what is the value of C? C is nothing but the addition of A and B. And we know that A was 0, B was 1, 0 plus 1, it will be 1. So the value of B will be 1. Right? Now we know that the behavior of a for loop, it will run until and unless it is not getting false. So when it started, it was 3. When the execution will come here, it will become 4, and then 4 will be going to again check here. Do 4 is lesser than 13, and we know that yep, a false. So we will be going inside the loop. Now we have again C, A and B and C here, but this time the value of A and B will be not 0 and 1, but the value that we got here. So A is the 1 and B is again 1. So A1 plus 1 is 2. So in the println, we have this 2 here. So this 2 will be printed. Now we will come here, as we know that the value of B, it was 1, and the value of C was 2, right? So the new values of A in B will become A will become 1 and B will become 2. Again this loop will run. So A was 1 only, and B was 2. Now what is 2 plus 1? That is 3. So 3 will be printed. Right? Now the execution will come here, 3 will be printed. Now we know that what's the value of B. The value of B is the new value which is we got from here. It is nothing but the 2. And the value of C is nothing but the addition of A and B. That is nothing but the 3. So now we got the new value of A and B. We got A is 2 and B is 3. Right? Now again this loop will be executed. So the A will be going to become 2 and this B will be going to become 3. And 3 plus 2 which is 5. The new value of C will be 5 now. Then the 5 will be printed. So this, with the help of this, small equations, the most important thing is the placement of the system.out.println. It is just placed below this equation. It is not placed here. Okay, the placement is very important. Okay, so now you can see that with the help of this placement you can put in the entire logic, logic of the for loop. Right? You can see this table. I have made one table for you for your reference so that it will be going to easily understandable. Okay. So here we have the table. We know that A plus B, that was our first equation. So this is how the behavior get it around. 0 plus 1 we have started, and then 1 B was 1. So we got now that value of B was stored in A variable, and the value of C was stored in a B variable. Then every time we have used the new value of A and B, you can see that the C becomes 2, then it becomes 3, 5, 8 due to the change of these two equations. Like the value of A was nothing but the value of B, and the value of B was nothing but the value of C, and the value of C is nothing but the updated value of A and B. Likewise, this equation work together and you have this Fibonacci series. So you please practice this code. You can code on your mobile phone or maybe the PC or laptop, whatsoever you are having, and have fun. Thank you.